This is the Big O Show. 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 This is the Big O Show.
There's just one place where you can take $10,000 off the 2025 Acura MDX. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield Home Security System guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield Security System and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world, the Sloman Shield.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
We're celebrating a new year with new savings at Toyota of Hollywood, the official #1 volume Toyota dealer. Save big on a 24 Corolla, not $24,000, $17,988. Buy with 0% financing, 0 down. We're bringing you deals that strike fast and hard at the #1 volume Toyota dealer, Toyota of Hollywood, on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
It starts every morning before the sun comes up. Projects are laid out. Plans are made. Equipment is fueled and loaded with inventory to handle all service requests. Orders are given to an army of skilled landscape maintenance professionals, certified arbor trimmers, irrigation technicians, and licensed pest management experts who fan out to communities and businesses all over South Florida. Experienced, on time, and dependable. Our staff is fully trained, licensed, and insured. Contact us by phone, email, social media, or through our website to answer all your landscape questions. We are Cutter's Edge. Total Landscape Solutions.
After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
When it comes to selling your home, efficiency is the best way, the less stress way. That's why Manny Garcia and the Omega Home Realty Group is who you want to call. Sell your home for just $990. That's right, $990. No 6% commission. Manny and Omega are the exclusive program director for just $990 in South Florida. Get full service real estate services like pro photos, beautiful brochures, Zillow and Alex, Realtor.com and Homes.com listings. Call Osmani to find out more at 305-440-1990. Scan the QR code or visit just990.com to get started. Omega Home Realty Group and Osmani Garcia are ready to present your home to thousands of prospective buyers. Call 305-440-1990. Call Osmani Garcia and tell him Big O sent you.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated #1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's #1 volume Subaru retailer.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welt & Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welt & Rayom can help.
When it comes to your smile, confidence is so important. At Moody S Dental, they provide the services to get your smile back. This family-run practice prides itself by offering the latest technology to give your family the best experience possible. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years with offices in Hialeah and Plantation. They accept most major dental insurances. They provide free new patient exams, 20% off select treatments. To qualify, please follow us on Instagram at moodys.dental. Moody S Dental has been in business for over 30 years. To schedule an appointment in Hialeah, call 305-821-0231 and Plantation 954-692-6825. From Invisaligns, dental implants, same-day crowns, and the preventative care and preservation to get your smile back. Go to moodysdental.com to find out more and tell them Big O sent you.
There's just one place where you could drive a new Acura ZDX for only $239 a month. The Customer Appreciation Sale at Acura of Pembroke Pines. Thank you for making us #1.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
The viewpoints, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
Alrighty. Good morning, boys and girls. We are here at Caneswear. Yes, sir. Come on by. 2655 South University Drive, right here in Davie, right off of 595. We got 95 just a little bit on one side. We got the Turnpike just a little bit of ways. Got I-75. We're right like center of everything. So you can come on by, join us, come by, say hi. Use our code BIGO10. You will get 10% off here at Caneswear, which is a beautiful thing. We always tell you about that. Our code will get you the 10% off, and this place is heaven, by the way. Just grows and grows. Eventually, they'll tell us that they're going to buy like another piece and enlarge it, add a second floor or something. I don't know. You know, it's just kind of the way it goes. But, yeah, just loaded with so many goodies. It's amazing. And TVs galore. Now they don't sell the TVs, okay? But you can watch everything going on, okay? So you've got, if there's any sporting events going on, you got it going on while you're here hanging out. They got signings at times. You know, you want to follow them on social medias, okay? Because you just never know. You could find out a 15th anniversary sale, you know, all that kind of stuff going on here at Caneswear. So check it out. Go to caneswear.com. Remember, when you order over $99, you will get free shipping, which is a beautiful thing. All right. Manny Navarro will join us in hour number 2. So we'll talk all about what's it called? The pro day yesterday and some of that stuff. I got a call from a friend of mine. And it's just one of those things. I get it when, you know, you're like a fan, and it's funny because I get you love the players. And so a buddy of mine who loves the Canes and all that kind of stuff, but he always overvalues anything local. Anything. You know, he's that dude, like a lot of you, by the way. It's just kind of normal. The person that lives in Maryland does the same thing, and the person that lives in Pittsburgh and in Los Angeles and whatever, they overvalue everything in their own backyard. Okay, it's a normal thing. You're defending your own, you know what I'm saying? And it's something that I've learned being in the meteors for 35 years to try to be a little bit more objective about those kind of things. So a buddy of mine goes, "Oh, dude, Restrepo, I thought, you know, he really had a chance in the second and third rounds." And I'm like, I looked at my phone because obviously I'm like, yo, like, what's wrong with you? You know, that kind of stuff. And because he ran a 4.8 apparently, and he's not a fast guy. And it's funny how I think people don't think about football. And they don't think about the business, and they don't think about all of this kind of stuff. And Restrepo, did you think at any point he would be a second day guy? You were a third day, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, if you fell in the second day, somebody's reaching.
Okay. All right.
You know,
so
I mean, yeah.
Right. So I told them, dude, do you understand what's going on? This is a guy that goes in the third day and maybe late in the third day. Oh, you're crazy. I'm like, yeah. I go to him. I told him, I said, just like this, I go, does he play special teams? And he stayed kind of quiet. And I said, at the next level, if you're not a starting wide receiver and then you're a backup wide receiver, you also better be a gunner or a flyer or a returner, or you better help out on special teams if you're the back end. And that's where Restrepo is in the NFL, that if he's going to be a receiver, he's not going to be like the top 3 receiver or 4 receiver in any team in the NFL. He's going to be the 5th receiver or the 6th receiver. So then what does the 5th receiver, 6th receiver must do? Right?
Yeah, and that's the problem with him here, was he ended up being our 1 or 2, and he never got on special teams really to play. I mean, I don't even know if he can play special teams. Never.
And at 4'8"?
Yeah, it's not a gunner speed.
At 4'8", you can't be chasing the guys that are running 4'3" in the return game.
Snapper might beat you down there.
Yeah, dude. So you know, there's a thing that you have to do sometimes, and I kind of brought him down a couple of notches after. He goes, "Oh man," he just like got kind of depressed. And I told him he's going to have an uphill battle no matter what. It's not about the 40. It's about him as a football player. I like him. We all like Restrepo. I mean, he's probably, one of my favorites over the last few years, with his heart and his determination and his playmaking and all of that. But at the NFL level, you've got to be like an outright beast, so you don't have to play special teams. So is he going to be that on any team? No, not at all. So one of the things also that I read was that he had gained weight too. Well, guess what? He probably gained weight because he knows he has to play special teams. Even though it slows him down as a receiver, he knows he's going to have to prove to teams when he gets there that he has to be able to contribute more than just being a wide receiver. He's not in college anymore. And he's not the number 1/number 2 wide receiver, because that's what he was here. Because you didn't have any more Santana Mosses and Andre Johnsons and all that. He became that kind of guy. But because you haven't had like the stud receivers like you used to have, well, this is what happens, unfortunately. No, there's no Michael Irving. Well, okay. There's no Brett Perriman. Oh, okay. I get it now. You have to have Restrepo as your like number 1 when he's really not a number 1. KJ Osborne is a better receiver. And look at him in the NFL. He's at least made himself a nice little career in the NFL. But it just sometimes we've got to, as fans, I'm just telling you because I run into it, and my buddy was a great example yesterday. I told him, dude, there's a lot more to this when he goes to the next level. And unless he's an outright stud, Restrepo's going to struggle, and he's not super athletic, but you could get by in college like that. In the NFL, he's going to have to bring a little bit more. Maybe he has it. We'll see. But he's going to be a third-day guy no matter what, and I think past the 5th round. I think he's looking more like late 5th, 6th, 7th. That's probably more where he's going to be. I don't even think he'll be early 5th. I think if he's late 5th, that's kind of like, okay, he did all right for himself. But it's the special team stuff is going to hurt Xavier Restrepo. It just is, So anyway, so we'll see. We'll see. I just thought that people have to have a little bit more of a realistic point of view of Xavier Restrepo, and we'll talk with Manny Navarro about that at the top of the hour. We'll get his thoughts on it too, because it's just not as simple when you're in high school and college. Your skill sets can get you anywhere you want, pretty much. And there are some things that you won't have to do at the highest level. But then when you get to the highest level and then there's a minimum and, you're instead of the 53, you're only activating 45. And because you're activating 45, then you have to maximize that 45. So the back end of those rosters, those people have to be multiple. Linebackers have to be able to play special teams, the back end of your linebackers, the back end of your running backs, the back end of your tight ends, the back end of your wide receivers. All those people have to contribute on teams one way or the other. They got to run punts and kicks, or they got to cover punts or kicks, or they got to do extra points. But you got to field people to do that kind of stuff. And where does that come from? That comes from the back end of your linebackers, from the back end of your running backs and your wide receivers and your tight ends and your guards. Sometimes used to, not anymore, right? But on the outside, not on the inside.
I believe some of the teams are using them right next to the snapper, but they're doing such wide gaps now too that not every team's doing it.
No, I mean like on kickoffs.
Oh, on kickoffs. I don't know if I've seen
don't-
guards.
I don't think they're.
punts,
I don't think
I've seen them there in that
because
that
of the
position.
wedge and they
Yeah.
eliminated the wedge. I
Yeah,
don't think they use them anymore.
Because
But
usually, yeah, like you said, they're wedge busters. Run down there and
they used
truck
to
into
use,
people.
but they used to use your back end lineman.
Yeah. Because that was your wedge buster.
And it was just like this is what they're there for, dude. All those positions, and you're the back end. You've got to be a two-way player. And I'm not sure that Restrepo brings anything to the table on special teams, and that's a problem. It's just a problem. You can't have too many people on those positions. They can't all be guys that do not contribute on special teams. They have to be able to find a way. And if you're a back end guy, you have to be on special teams. Yeah, you can't be the fourth, fifth receiver and not play any special teams. That puts the team in a bind. That puts your coach in a bind. And that's not a good thing. Your last tight end has to play special teams. If he can't play special teams and he's active, you're hurting your team. And that's where I think people have to look at the whole Restrepo thing, that when they take him, that's the other thing that they're going to weigh, and they're going to, this guy's not going to help us on special teams. Man, he better be an outstanding number 4, number 5 wide receiver for us to take him. So he'll go to training camp and he'll get somebody to give him a chance, of course, and he'll get drafted. But I think it'll be late in the third day. And he's not a super athletic guy. We all know that, but he's super tough, got great hands, all that kind of stuff. He's just a terrific football player. Can he play special teams? Can he be more of an all-around football player at the next level? And I think that's may have been the reasons why he also gained a little weight. So just wanted to throw that out there because I thought that was kind of an interesting nugget that came out of the whole disappointment of Restrepo running a 4.8, which I don't think we were really that shocked. He never looked fast. He's just a very disciplined route runner and got great hands.
That's what I'm saying. It makes him look quick because he knows where he needs to get, and he's able to make the movements to get there. He's not fast. He's just
great route runner. Great route runner. He knows how to set it up. And that will help him. That will help him. The problem is the people he's going up against at the next level, they're all elite. So in college, they're not. And so you're able to take advantage of that. In the NFL, everybody's going to be way more talented than Xavier Restrepo. It's going to be a little harder for the young man, but I'm excited for him. Let's see if he can get it done, man. It's all possible out there. Don't forget to smash the hell out of the like button while you're watching. Okay. Appreciate you all out there. Thank you. Do have something interesting Dolphins wise, and that I kind of from the 30,000 point of view, we'll talk about it, but I thought it was kind of interesting. So we'll have a little fun with that. We are, of course, out here at Caneswear. Come on out here and join us. 2655 South University Drive in Davie. I want to tell you about Moody's Dental. Our friends at Moody's Dental are absolutely amazing. And let me tell you something. it's a family practice. Father, 2 sons. Father is legend in the business, invented tools and techniques that are used by dentists all over the world. Murias Dental has modern dentistry down pat, highly in Plantation. So whether you live in Dade or Broward, we've got a location for you. Super convenient, super smart, super efficient. Efficiency is something so important. Something like making a crown. They go, you go to a lot of these dentist office, most of them, right? And they take the measurements and they put in a fake one, and then they say, hey, come back in a couple of weeks. We'll have it for you. Not at Murias Dental. They take the measurements and they say, wait here in the chair, and like 10 minutes they come back and they got it made because they make it right there on the spot. That's, that's taking it to the next level. So that's what you're going to love about Murias Dental. Invisaligns, dental implants, preventive care, cosmetic surgery. Tell them that Big O sent you. Look at their Instagram page, by the way. Visit their Instagram page. Follow their Instagram page, murias.dental. And if you want to make a reservation for our Dade residents, 305-821-0231. For our Broward residents, 954-692-6825. Tell them that Big O sent you. And, of course, I would never tell you to go somewhere where I wouldn't do it myself. Well, not only do I go to Murias Dental, I've been going there for years. My wife has been going there. My mother-in-law has been going there. My daughter's going there. So it's like the entire family goes there, okay? Because we trust the Murias family. You can trust the Murias family. So give them a ring and check them out on Instagram, Murias Dental. All right. Appreciate the folks at Murias Dental. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Let me check here. Hold on. I got to check this. Let's see. Wait a minute. Okay. Nope. All right. No, just check my Signal, my Telegram, WhatsApp, sessions. I checked all my apps. I'm not included right now in any military conversations or attacks. How about you? Have you checked your apps? Have you checked?
I have checked. I'm also not included.
Shit, man.
Maybe it's a Florida thing. Maybe it's a Miami thing.
It's not fair. Why does that media guy get included?
I don't know.
I mean,
he's gotten in.
I would like to know what's going on. I'd like to know who we're attacking next and how. I mean, anyway, I'll keep checking. I don't know. So for those of you out there, especially those of you in the media like us, you should check, your Signal, Telegram apps. You might be included in the next attack. So, I just find it exciting if I could be included in the plans, and I would be the guy to throw in a comment or two. You know what I'm saying? You know me, I'm just going to throw in some comments in there.
Like, oh, really? When's this going down?
Yeah. That guy stayed quiet, but not me. I would have just I would have been like, yeah, fuck yeah.
Get them, boys.
Bomb those bastards.
Then all of a sudden, Orlando Ozagari muted from chat.
Everybody's looking like, hey, who included this asshole? Who is this asshole? So anyway, I was checking, but I'm not included. So I'm a little disappointed. All right. So Pentagon, if you're watching, reach out to your boy. I'm on Signal. I'm on Sessions. I'm on Telegram, WhatsApp. I got them all. I got them all. So Zangy. I got a little Zangy too. I got them all. So if you guys are in any of those, include me. That's all I got to say. NorCal is in the house, I see. Cosa Nostra. Gus 1388. Stephen Harris. Little Taco Tuesday. Jay Gelfin is in the house. Jay, they're going to have Fort Lauderdale United stuff here. Yeah, man. We're waiting for it, but we're going to have it here at Caneswear. So once they get the goods here, they're going to actually also have Fort Lauderdale United stuff. So when they get it, I'm going to buy a jersey here for sure. Hails to the yeah, man. Let's see, what else do we have? Ty in the Bronx, Giovanni, Ray Sosa. Local media is milking all they can from Jimmy return. Of course they go. I mean, there's not much to talk. The Heat suck, dude. Panthers off till Friday with the team that with a team that couldn't figure out their name at first. By the way, let me go back to that. Panthers and Utah hockey on Friday. Apparently the word is mammoth. You heard about that? No, it's going to be the Utah Mammoth. I don't
understand why you open it up to like suggestions. Yes, but you're gonna.
But you got to have your team name right from the get-go. Yeah. I get the Washington stuff because they were in the middle of this whole controversy. Oh my God, we've got to put away Redskins, and okay, we'll be the Washington football team while we decide the name. But you're Utah, you're getting your team, bro. You got to have your name already.
Should have just been the Utes, man. Just do the Utes.
What do? Your kid's born and you wait till your kid's like 2 years old before you give him a name? Happy birthday. What do you do in the first year? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear. We haven't given you a name yet. I mean, is that what we do? Is that what they do in Utah? I mean, do you do that with your kid? Honey, you know, she's there pushing. Yeah. I don't know what we're going to name him. Kid comes out, umbilical cord cut. He's out there. He's crying. Slap him, all that. We still have no name. 4 months later, no name. 9 months, he's crawling, almost walking. A year, he's walking. No name. That's the Utah Hockey Club. Like, what is that? I don't get it. I don't understand that one. That's
So on January 9th, they tried to trademark a name, and it was denied for likelihood of confusion. Do you know what the name was?
Confusion.
Yeti.
Oh, like that's really original. Like there's not a Yeti right now, like the coolers.
Well, that was the thing. They said fans could not tell the difference between a water bottle and an abominable snowman.
Exactly. You can't do Yeti at this point.
My God.
Yeti is Yeti. Now Yeti, bro, they dominated with Yeti. You know, back when I was a kid, okay, the Yeti was in Santa Claus because we had the abominable snowman. That was the Yeti. You could get away with it in those days because Yeti was not coolers. Now it's coolers. These people in Utah, what's going on? And by the way, Utah is booming. I don't know if you know this. As a city, they are booming. That town is growing. It's like a little Silicon Valley. Like ADP went there first, Adobe, and now it's Microsoft, and like, oh man, there's so many tech companies in there now. And now they're pumping engineers out, like going like crazy because they put a major investment, and now they've added every sports team possible. Utah's booming as a city. Let me tell you, their economy, all that kind of stuff, they're headed in the right direction. They've really, really changed their economy around. Why I know this stupid shit, don't even ask me. But anyway, bottom line, you get a hockey team, you got to be prepared, Utah. You got to have your name, bro. So now at least a rumor from what I've been reading.
Yeah, looks like, yeah.
Oh, you saw it now?
It says Mammoth or Outlaws. They're going to put the vote to a vote.
Yeah.
But I mean, how stupid are people if you don't know the difference between do you think they're going to be the freaking Utah skating water bottles?
No, but the Yeti thing is kind of taken now.
Oh,
it's taken. They own it, bro.
That would be the best one of the best mascots
It
Have
would.
a big ass Yeti out there skating around. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah. But
now we're gonna have a mammoth, a 4-legged elephant with huge ass tusks, right?
right, maybe. Yeah, mammoth. A woolly mammoth. Okay,
Oh.
I got you. I got you. It could be also a big ass snow creature. They could come up with their own snow creature. That's called mammoth.
Don't look like a Yeti.
Right. 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 It'll be like a dinosaur in the snow. That's what they'll create as mammoth. Anyway, True Fin fan reminds us that he couldn't give 3 farts about Jimmy coming into town. I got you. One-Eyed Jack says, I don't understand the people selling their Bitcoin. Sailor bought a ton more yesterday. It's going on one way. Yep, I agree. And by the way, BlackRock bought 100 million in Bitcoin overnight. So take advantage, dude. All the people that sold, they panicked. Maybe they need the money. I don't blame them. But yeah. Jeff in Long Island, good morning. He goes, I finally bought a Hyundai Santa Fe hybrid. Good for you, sir. Be safe out there, Jeff. Sam the man. Rosendo is in the house. Frankie Fresco. Skylar Tipton. Stephen Harris. Says, Rosendo, now that sounds like the old Big O. You sound excited. Well, I'm at Caneswear. You know, it's not like anything in sports outside of the Panthers gets me excited. David Prinham, I'm feeling better too. You know, still have my, I'm still in concussion effects. I can tell you that because I still sense it, you know, getting out of bed or, you know, things like that. David says, was going to ask you a question about the Dolphins free agent moves, but just received an app invitation for a group discussion invasion of Greenland next week. David, damn it, you're a lucky bastard. He got it. Damn it. You suck, David. Where's my crypto show, bro? Yeah, it's coming. We're about to start doing one. I'm just not big on walking people off the ledge, but I'm about to start doing one very shortly. Is Jimmy Butler playing tonight? Of course he is. Hell, it's so bad that they lost to the Hawks on Saturday night that Steph had to practice yesterday just so they could try to see if he can play tonight, and he needs to come back. That's how bad it is. What did his coffee company do?
They upcharged all the Golden State Warrior personnel that went there.
Nice. Smart. They need to make up for profit since his place is losing his ass.
Not getting anything from Miami fans.
Yeah,
anymore.
Miami people ain't buying shit. That's for sure. Jay Gelfin. There you go. Let's see. Skylar says, Salt Lake won't be booming for long. The lake can't handle their current population. The lake has arsenic at the bottom of it, too. It's getting put into thin air. Well, actually, this year from the snowfall, they had more water go into the lake. So that kind of helped out that situation, supposedly. So it all depends on how much rainfall happens. And then obviously then it comes down and gets into the lake. And hopefully it starts to, there's a cycle. And hopefully you get into that cycle where it starts to accumulate more water. But apparently they did get more water from this last season. I think that's how it went. I have to follow up on that. But they were having that issue. It was a concern about it going airborne and all that stuff. You are correct. But I think that this year it took a turn for the better, if I'm correct. Not enough, but it did take a turn for the better. They need, I think, a couple of more seasons of, a lot of snow and then a lot of melting into the lakes. So we'll see. We shall see. But I think they did make a minor improvement this year. Pat in Nashville. Oh, the band Garbage just announced a North American tour coming to Pompano Beach in September. Pre-sale code is Octopus. I'm going to the Atlanta show. They're a fun little band, Garbage. Thank you, sir, for looking out. Appreciate you. Lenny Pena, good morning to you, sir. All right. By the way, tomorrow we are going to be at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard with my man Dwayne Massa, the general manager there at Subaru of Pembroke Pines and part of the Craig Zinn family, and looking forward to doing the shows there. We'll be doing a show there the last Wednesday of every month, which is really, really cool. And you could get great deals out there, by the way. I'm looking at the Solterra myself. It's kind of like I'm stuck between either an SUV, an Acura, an SUV in Toyota, or an SUV at Subaru. You could get the Ascent, by the way, for $323, the premium. You can get that lease feature, folks. You can get the Forester, $259 a month also. All these lease features too. The Crosstech, $239 a month, 2025 model. The Outback 2025 model, $289 a month. The Legacy, $269 a month. Incredibly durable, incredibly reliable. 2025 Legacy Premium. And if you're looking to get your kid a new car, but you don't want to break the bank, the Impreza, which is a sharp little car, $149 a month. The 5-door 2025 Impreza, $149 a month. That's a fantastic lease feature. 16100 Pines Boulevard. And by the way, with kids, might be good to give them a Subaru, man. It's kind of like giving them like an Apple computer instead of an HP. Because, if you give a kid an HP, that thing will last like 3 weeks. It'll be done. It'll have viruses. It's over. Give them an Apple, they can beat it up for years and it'll last forever. Kind of like the same thing with a Subaru. So if you're giving a kid a Subaru, and, that's a great car to start off. And the Impreza, 5-door, $149 a month. Come on, man. That's a lease feature that is very affordable for a lot of people. 16100 Pines Boulevard. Go out there, see Dwayne Moss, and tell him that Big O sent you. We will be out there. Looking forward to doing the show tomorrow. All right. Getting my Ollie coin. Oh, get rid of the whale. All right. I got plenty of Ollie, bro. All the way down to 5 cent. It's fantastic. It's now back up to 7.4. Half a cent, by the way, not 5 cent. Half a cent. And I think it's up to almost 3/4 of a cent right now. Something like that. Let me see. It's down 3%, and it's at 7. It's at 3/4 of a penny right now. When I initially bought it a few years back, I bought it at 88. It's at 75 right now. I bought it at 88, which was a little bit more expensive, but just under a penny. And it went to just over 9 cents. So we 10x'd it at that time. So it's a beautiful thing, man. Now, and I expect it to go past that. And now I've been able to load up at a cheaper price. Yeah, I'm looking forward to making my second go-around hit with Ollie. Did it the first time around a few years back. Looking forward to making another. And I think now this is the time for AI to run. And when it made its run to 9 cents, it wasn't even ready, which is crazy. Now it's ready, Freddie, and we're going to go up when it's all said and done. Looking forward to it. All right, what else do we have going on? So you saw Kendall Lamb? If you're a Miami Dolphins fan, I've been telling you that this situation, okay, as much as I like the front office people, and I like some of our coaches. I think you got some pretty good coaches there, and obviously an owner that will do anything and everything to win. I know though he hasn't been able to land the right combination and everything fall into place, and I understand all of that. But I told you several times that they're a team on the hot seat. They're a front office and a coaching staff probably on the hot seat, okay? And because of that, people are not going to be willing to come here. They're not willing to sacrifice themselves. None of those kind of things. Okay. And, people will still tell you, oh, well, maybe Calais Campbell ain't coming back to this. I told you, if he's going anywhere, he's going to Baltimore. If not, if he doesn't go to Baltimore, he'll go somewhere else because they offered him that much more money and they're a winning team, but they offered him more money than Baltimore. That's about it. If not, he's not coming back here. And as you've seen, there have been defections all over. Kendall Lamb is one of them. Kendall Lamb easily could have come back. At first, he wanted to retire, and then he said, no, and then he's not coming back here. And he's better than any swing tackle you have right now. Patrick Paul and Austin Jackson are starting. Who's your swing tackle now? Is it Keon coming off the knee injury? Is it the big dude that they just signed now? Is he better than Kendall Lamb? Hell no. And who signed Kendall Lamb? The Eagles. Not some slapdick organization that's trying to find its way. No. The team that won the Super Bowl. They got a pretty good roster, and they have the best general manager in all of football right now. Howie is the best general manager. So if the best team in the NFL right now, the one that won the championship and has the best GM in the business right now, because nobody can argue that Howie's not the best, then Kendall Lamb's going to a place that he knows he can win. And this is all part of what's been going on, where the people that can get out are going to get out. And they don't want to come back. And don't expect Calais Campbell to come back. And don't expect Teron Armstead to come back. There is no reason for them to sacrifice themselves. Mike McDaniel has more than proven he's not qualified to be a head coach. Players know that. People in that building know that. Several people in that building know that. So the ones that can get out, they're getting out. The ones that come back, like a Liam Eichenberg, they probably didn't have a lot of options. People that have options are not going to choose Miami. They're going to choose other places. And the Kendall Lamb one is a perfect example of that. Anyway. What else do we have? Big O, I have a feeling this Dolphins season is going to be a disaster. I hope I'm wrong. Yeah. So do I. I don't have a lot of hope for this Dolphins season at all, to be quite honest. It'll be up to Mike McDaniel to convince me otherwise. But I just don't expect it, man. I really don't. Osmani Garcia. I love talking about Osmani Garcia. I've known Osmani Garcia for probably about nearly 15 years, I think. And, he's been with me throughout, on and off over the years. Started with me at QAM years ago and the Omega Home Realty Group. And he's kind of established himself. He was part of a another group years ago, and then he's been on his own for a long time now. He's been in the business for a long time, and he's now the program director for South Florida and all of Florida for the 990 program. So all you got to do is call him. He'll pick up the phone, 305-440-1990. Those of you that are looking to sell your home anywhere in Florida, call us Manny Garcia. You can sell it for $990. And you're like, oh, wait a minute, that's a little too cheap. What's going on? Oh, you're cutting corners, all that kind of stuff. No. You get the high quality professional photography. You're going to get the compelling ad copy. You're going to get the beautiful brochures. All of that the regular realtors do. Osmani does it with the 990 program. Plus, he will list your home, your condo on MLS, Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com. So you're going to get the maximum exposure like you would with a regular realtor. All right. Now, the beautiful thing is you get to set the preset showing times. So these times are posted online so buyers can plan visits without contacting an agent. So it creates a competitive environment amongst the buyers, leading to higher offers. Sometimes you get two people visiting your property at the same time, and that creates a little bit of a buzz. So it's a great way to do it with the 990 program. And then on the side, not everybody's looking at the ads, right? So that's why you have a guy like Osmani who's now doing the job of a realtor. So he goes out trying to find you another buyer. Now, if Osmani is able, the 990 agent is able to find you another buyer, well then, and that buyer, by the way, makes a purchase, makes the highest offer, then that guy gets 2.5% right there. You give 2.5% to Osmani instead of the 6%, and the 990 is waived. So that way, you've got an agent working on the side trying to find it. You've got the 990 program all set there, running, and on its own, it'll find people. So you've got you've got two different agents working for you, which is a beautiful thing. And at no point do you ever pay 6%, which is the commission that they normally charge you. Either you pay $990 or you pay 2.5%. It's a beautiful thing. 305-440-1990. You can trust Osmani. I have known him for years. And some of my listeners have gone with Osmani over the years. And you know it, Osmani is, as we say in Spanish, crema. You know, he is the good people. So 305-440-1990. Check out Osmani Garcia and the 990 program if you're looking to sell your home. All right, what else do we have? This upcoming Dolphins team reminds me of my profession right now. Teaching? Damn. Depressing, but the truth, yeah. Big O Zach Milfson says he wants to be QB1, the same guy who puts his team under the bus and lost the locker room. What are your thoughts? I don't care, bro. Whatever he says doesn't matter to me whatsoever. He's not even a capable backup. So whatever. We'll see. You know, I could care less. It's if it gets to Zach, the season's over anyways. I think the season's pretty much over anyways because of Mike McDaniel. By the way, tonight, Warriors and Heat. I get why the Miami Heat are going to do their little tribute. I'm sure they're not going to go all out. I'm sure it'll be a tribute, and and they'll move on. Personally, I wouldn't do a tribute jack shit to that guy. Sorry. Not the way you left. But that's me. Okay? I don't care. It's all PR. The Heat want the league and players to know that they're going to try to handle everything as professional as possible, yada, 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 whatever. Tonight is about finding out if this Miami Heat team has any balls or any character whatsoever. That's what this game is about tonight. The guy you're facing completely shit on your season. Completely shit on you for 2.5 years where he never was trying in the regular season. So you need to do something about this. You need to send a message. If you have some, I don't know, if you have a spine, I'd like to see it tonight. Personally, I'd love to see Bam clothesline Jimmy Butler in the lane. But that's just me. That's kind of what I would do. I would send that kind of a message. You know what I'm saying? I'd get nasty. You know, because of what you did and the way you left. F you, and that's it. But that's, again, that's me. I wouldn't give him a tribute, and I'd give him an elbow across the fucking throat down the lane. That's what I would do. But that's just me. But I want to see if this team has a spine tonight. I want to see if Bam and Tyler and all these guys and Wiggins, I want to see if they want to at least come out and overachieve, dude. Tonight's the night you want to overachieve. Play the game that you haven't played yet together. And come out with a decisive win. That would be fantastic. Will they? Probably not. They will probably wilt and fold. But that if this Heat team, which I have no respect for whatsoever, if this Heat team wants to gain just a little bit of respect, show up today, bro. Show up, send a message, be a badass tonight. Leave it in doubt that, okay, maybe this 10 games is not who we are. We've got more about us than this, and here it is. You know, do something like that. But if you today get handled and lose by 10, 15 points, and you're never in the game, and Jimmy has a field day, you guys are pathetic. You've got no scruples. And if you're the Miami Heat organization, from the top I'm talking about, and your team folds like a cheap tent, I think you know what they're all about, and you know what kind of a failure you are in the front office. You got players that are nothing like what the Heat were always made of. The kind of Heat players that normally Pat Riley would have would answer the bell tonight. So I'm going to be interested to see what happens with those guys. Show me something, bro. Show me some cojones, some character, some toughness. Show me some will. Show me some desire. Show me that you're pissed off. Show me that you refuse to believe that what happened the last 10 games defines who you are. One game won't do it, but you can start somewhere. You won against, you know what it is to win against the Hornets and then get your ass kicked by the Warriors? It would just prove everything about the 10-game losing streak. So tonight, I'd like to see a team that actually has some character, bro, a spine. Because right now, I don't think they have a spine. Years ago, Pat Riley called his team shrinking violets. Those guys weren't shrinking violets. These guys are shrinking violets. You got some?
No, I was going to say, this is the game where you sign UD for one game.
Right.
Just put him out there. Let him play.
Right.
20 minutes is just pounding the crap out of Butler.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. This would be the game to do that. Actually, would be the perfect game to do that. Kind of sucks. By the way, we'll be at Hialeah Park on Thursday. And don't forget, the $100 no regret first bet is still there. Use that QR code that you see there on the billboard. If you happen to have a Hard Rock account, don't use the same phone number or email. Use a different one so you can get the $100 no regret first bet. We'll be there tomorrow. By the way, great place to go with your friends, family members. If you're if you're in town, you're visiting, you want somewhere to go, smoke-free casino, loose slots, all of that, go check it out at Hialeah Park Casino. And they're giving away a Mercedes at the end of the month in a few days. And by the way, it's either an SUV or a car. So you get to pick. If you win, you get the car, the sports car, which is beautiful, or the SUV, which is also beautiful, by the way. So either one. Sports car is nice. It's red. Really, really nice. So check it out. Use our QR code, and we'll see you there on Thursday if you want to come on by. We start the show there at 3 o'clock. Frankie Fresco, thank you for the love on the super chat. He says, Big O, your thoughts on the return and the history of El Grande Americano in WWE. Sean, that's more for you.
We'll discuss tonight, myself and Frankie Fresco, on the Squared Circle Digest. But you know where he hails from?
No.
The Gulf of America.
Oh, where was he born in the Gulf of America?
I'm not sure where, but that is where he is from. He is from the Gulf of America.
Was he born like on an oil rig or something in the Gulf of America?
He might have. His mask is he's all patriotic. El Grande Americano made his debut yesterday against Dragon Lee.
Okay.
And some are in an uproar about it. Some people are not. So it's an interesting little diatribe from the WWE.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm glad he's back. Okay. El Grande Americano. I'm glad he's back.
I mean, he is no Juan Cena or Mr. America, but he is El Grande Americano.
I like it. I like it. All the Heat will be doing tonight is high-fiving and embracing Butler. Soft team. Oakley Lambeer style. We need to bring out the Hanson brothers. Oh, yeah, that's true. If Butler was at the Miami Open, he doesn't play today. Yeah, that's true. Jimmy Butler went to the Miami Open, so show him no mercy. He ain't that special. Terrific Tuesday morning to you, Big O. Thank you, Joseph. Thank you for supporting us. Should Tyler throw a hot coffee at Jimmy's face when he pulls up for a jump shot? I'm good with that.
Tyler can pull up for a jump shot and at the same time throw hot coffee.
No. When Butler pulls up for the jump shot, he throws the hot coffee.
Oh, okay. Yes. I was like, man, I just want Tyler to make shots.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Last couple games.
Pat Riley's biggest nightmare if the Warriors win the title this year. That's true, but there's no chance that happens. They're not that good. So what are you going to do, right? What else do we have going on? Oh, wait, hold on. Let me check my signal. Let me check my Telegram message. Nope, not included in any chat. By the way, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. You can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And you can also make a donation on PayPal. That's another way, especially for you international folks out there. If you want to support us on the platform, another way to keep us alive, you can make a donation. And we are looking to go to Spain. Right now, we're not going anywhere. But you got to get us to the first stage before we can even think about it. So we have a GoFundMe page. And we have a QR code right there that you can use for the GoFundMe page. If you want to help us try to get to Spain to cover the Miami Dolphins that week, we would do our show all week long there. Break any stories if there's anything break. And then, of course, do our pre- and post-game show out there. So want to go? This might be the most special game of the year. So figured, all right. Let's try to cover the most memorable one this year. And as they say, it might be Miami and the Bengals. Nothing's for sure yet. But if you can make any kind of donation, we'd appreciate it immensely. Use that QR code. Thank you all out there. It is, let's see, The Golden State Warriors are set to play against Denver in the first round, who is currently in a 9-game winning streak against the Golden State Warriors. First round exit. Yeah, I'm not, that's the least of my concerns. Getting Butler for them was to get them in the playoffs because they were on the outside looking in pretty much. They were headed that way, you know what I mean? So they got a guy to help them get in, but they're not going to win anything. They're not a championship caliber team. That's why I don't even want the Durant move for Miami. You're going to have to give up something and picks to get Durant. And then what? You think you're a championship caliber team? Get the hell out of here with that. So to me, they need to hit rock bottom. And if you don't have some of your first round picks, too bad, bro. That's your fault for making those deals. But you need to hit rock bottom. Because right now, all you're doing is playing that middling shit that you're right there in the play-in or out. And that's not where you want to be. That's stuck in the middle, like the Dolphins. Just barely good enough to get in or just barely good enough to be outside. And that's not where you want to be with the draft picks and everything else. You need to bottom out if you're the Miami Heat. So it's just it's tough. It's tough. Let me give you something else on the Dolphins that kind of proves that there's an abandoning ship type of thing going on. Okay? Yesterday, it was the Cam Ward workout, right? You heard, right? General manager was there, owner was there, owner's wife, owner's daughter, owner's dog. They had the media department there. They had their film department there. They had the quarterback coaches, head coach's wife, dog, everybody from the Titans. They had dinner with him the night before. You read all that crap, right? Guess what they also did? Guess. Give me what else do you think they also did to prepare for this? They stole Reggie McKenzie, who was back here in his backyard watching him all the damn time. So Reggie McKenzie not only went back to his hometown and said, we're not winning here, but he was here all year. He drafted David Carr, knows a little something about quarterbacks, right? He watched Cam Ward, probably talked to Cam Ward, and then Reggie goes back to his hometown to take a job because he goes, I'm closer to retirement. Let me go be a consultant. Let me go relax, go to my hometown, home state, everywhere. I'm comfortable there. We're not winning here. I'm out of here. Hey, Chris, thank you. I'm out of here. And he goes to a team that has the number 1 pick in the draft with Cam Ward. And guess what they're doing also? So, Reggie, what'd you think of Cam Ward since you were watching him every day back there for the last year? Bam, 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 bam. So Reggie McKenzie chose the Tennessee situation over the Miami situation, chose the hometown situation over the Miami situation, chose a situation that's in rebuilding to a situation that's middling, and chose Cam Ward over Tua Tagovailoa. Interesting. And another example of why when you're on the hot seat, it almost puts your franchise at a disadvantage because the people that are trying to save their jobs don't have all the tools and they don't have the foundation that they need in order to attract what they must have to win. Screwed up situation. But the Reggie McKenzie deal, just You know, watching that yesterday, it's like, oh, Reggie's playing another role in this one here. Because he happened to be here all year long. That's right. Watching him play in his building. Yes, sir. It's hard for me to feel good about our upcoming season, to be quite honest. Yes, sir.
With your information yesterday, was it yesterday or the
Day before? That this guy's not coming back?
No, the Tannehill.
Oh, that was yesterday.
To the Vikings.
Yes.
That story. Do you think McKenzie ends up in Minnesota at some point? Because Tannehill leaves the Dolphins, he comes to the Dolphins. Tannehill leaves the Titans, he goes to the Titans. Does McKenzie go to the Vikings afterwards?
That's funny.
He's just following Tannehill. But after he leaves.
That's funny. And he has to take a year off. It's funny. All right, hour number 2. And we will be back. We are at Caneswear, by the way, and it's perfect. We're going to have our Caneswear Miami Hurricanes report to start off hour number 2 with the one and only Manny Navarro.
Before you buy or lease a Honda, Volkswagen, Hyundai, or any other model, compare Subaru, rated number 1 in safety at Subaru of Pembroke Pines. Buy with 0.9% financing, 0 down. Forester with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $259 a month. Crosstrek with symmetrical all-wheel drive, $239 a month. During the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, South Florida's number 1 volume Subaru retailer.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed. They're breaking into my house! Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop. No, not the TV! Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them. With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation. Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you. Get out of my house! Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-NE.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. If you're a Miami sports fan, there's only one store to go to, and that's Caneswear at Miami Fanwear in Davie. They're your one-stop shop for all your Inter Miami CF, Canes, Dolphins, Panthers, and Marlins merchandise. They have hats, t-shirts, game day jerseys, and so much more. Located at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, and open 24/7 online at caneswear.com or intermiamiwear.com. Call them at 954-835-5597. Caneswear, the spot where Inter Miami and all Miami sports fans shop. Time for Canes fans to get what they want. Information, insight, and perspective. It's the Caneswear Miami Hurricanes Report with Manny Navarro. Exclusively on the Big O Radio Show. Here's Big O and insider Manny Navarro.
All right. How you feeling, baby? You feeling good?
Doing great. Oh, how are you?
Excellent, man. Excellent. I told a story before you came on because it's funny. I got friends of mine that they're hardcore Canes or Dolphins or Heat fans or whatever. So when something happens for them, it becomes like, magnified, right? So I get a call from my buddy and, oh, dude, Restrepo ran a 4.8 and I thought he had a really good chance for the second or third round. And I kind of like, as I told everybody, I kind of like put the phone off and I kind of like looked at the phone weird and looked at him like, yo, dude, like he was always a third day guy. I don't know why you were thinking that high. And so I don't know where you were thinking, by the way, Manny. I love the kid and his toughness and all that. But I explained to him that you have to think the next level and he's going to be a back end receiver and a back end receiver, a back end running back, a back end tight end. You got to be a special team standout. And that's not something that he does. And so he's not a great flyer or gunner or anything like that. He's not a great returner or anything like that. So it's going to be even tougher on him at the next level because unless you're the 1 or 2 or 3 that you're like a really special receiver that they can say, okay, fine. But if you're going to be a 4, 5, or 6 or 7 on a roster, well, you're going to need to have some special team skills. And that's where I think is going to hurt him also at the next level too. Finding a spot for him because they can only activate 45. And that's where the math and the football side of it affects Restrepo. So for you, when you see the 4.8 and everything, and you think about all the things I thought of, your thoughts on all of that?
No, I agree with you. I think in terms of him being a guy that's gonna impress you with the gun, right, and the clock and all that, that's not gonna be there for him. He's size wise, he's a production guy. He's a guy that you take because you believe in him and you think he can be a good slot receiver. But he is a day 3 safe pick for a team, right? He's that receiver that somebody takes in the 5th or 6th round and says, "Man, this is one of those guys I think that can be productive for us on 3rd downs and move the chains and be a good little slot guy." And I think, here I was looking this up before I jumped on the show, because I want to put this all in perspective for people who are Miami fans and who, like you say, call and say, "Man, I thought he was a day 2, day 3 guy." So I looked this up. I looked up the NFL draft, and this is just ACC teams, okay, since 2018. All right. Miami's had 23 players drafted since 2018. How many of them were 1st or 2nd day guys?
Oh, not a lot lately. Yeah. Not a lot, actually, unfortunately.
4.
Yeah.
4 guys. Cam Kitchens, Tyreek Stevenson, Jalen Phillips, and Gregory Rousseau. That's it. 2 first rounders and a 2nd and a 3rd rounder. That's it.
And Cam Kitchens, by the way, had a great year, dude.
Oh, he did. But again, the draft is not something Miami has thrived in. And I will tell you that I think most NFL scouts go down there and they still think, well, there's not a lot of guys here that are going to be, Pro Bowlers. And so while this class
is the year where it started now to build again, actually.
Yeah. But I still think when you look at this group, there's probably only 2 first or 2nd day guys.
Yeah, the tight end and the quarterback. Yeah. Jalen Rivers, probably a 3rd rounder. Yeah.
You think so? Okay.
Why you think even lower?
I just think it's going to probably it's a day 3. It's probably a 4th round pick.
Okay.
But that's only because what teams need and where he's slotted right now. He's the number 10 interior offensive lineman. Teams, it depends on what teams need, right? Do they need a tackle? Do they need a guard? I think
that's what I think. Also, his versatility might help him.
That might help him get in there. You might be right, but again, compare that to everybody else in the ACC where Miami has been. Right.
Yeah.
Clemson, 35 picks since 2018. That's 12 more players, 10 first rounders.
Yeah.
19 of them 1st or 2nd day picks. They've been the class of the ACC. So Miami, we talk about the progress of the program. They're not going to get to where you want them to go until at least they're hitting Clemson levels. Right? Am I right or wrong?
Right. No, for sure. They got to get back to where, that's why I'm saying that this is the year where I think Mario hopefully starts to build on this, because this is kind of their best class in a while for the draft purposes, obviously, especially with Cam Ward being, number 1 or whatever it is. I think for sure he's number 1. The way everybody was there yesterday, it looked like it.
Right.
Plus, I added this before you came on. Reggie McKenzie left Miami for Tennessee. It's his hometown. Plus, first question, hey, Reggie, you were there all year. What'd you think of Cam? So they also got a guy that was in the backyard watching Cam all year long,
Right.
and as Sean just said, in the same stadium. So it's kind of interesting how Reggie chose to go back to his hometown, kind of he's eyeing more on the retirement side and relaxing and all that. But at the same time, he's going to the place that's actually going to draft Cam Ward, and he was here watching him the whole time. So it's kind of interesting.
Well, Quandre Diggs, who is very, very close to the Ward family, he's a 3-time Pro Bowler, a guy who obviously is from the state of Texas, grew up with him. Their parents are close. He was just with the Titans last year. He was here for the draft, not for the draft, for the camp yesterday for the combine that Miami did for the NFL scouts. And I'm sure the Titans called him and said, "Hey, dude, is this guy for real?" To get his advice on it. And ultimately, I think why Cam Ward is going number 1 overall is his personality. I think it's not just his arm. I think it's the fact that He is an overachiever, a no-star guy, and I think that commands respect in the locker room. You were around it in the NFL, right? The guys who basically weren't very highly touted but earned everything, like they get the respect of the locker room. And I think that's important in an NFL locker room.
Yeah. I think Arroyo, he wasn't able to go full out on the workout, but I think his talent, what you watched on film, if you're an NFL team, you're like, that's an NFL tight end. So
There's
I
no
don't
doubt.
think the Arroyo thing again, whereas the Restrepo thing might hurt him, probably will hurt him. I would go completely opposite on the tight end. I think he proved everything on the field with a real quarterback. I think he's a lock for the second round.
No doubt. Yeah, I think he's probably the third or fourth tight end taken in the draft, and somebody, he's a guy who I think makes an NFL roster and probably makes a couple Pro Bowls. He has that kind of ability and talent. He just has to stay healthy. He got hurt early in his career at Miami. Took him a while to sort of overcome that. But you saw what a full healthy season was like for Elijah Arroyo, and he was one of the best tight ends in college football. So he will thrive at the next level. Those are the two guys. I mean, there's probably going to be 8 or 9 Hurricanes drafted, which they haven't had that since 2017.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a good it's good for them. This is a nice foundation to hopefully start turning it around and being a team that has a lot of draftable players.
But do those numbers stun you though? Oh, when I tell you how many draft picks and how many of them are first or second. I mean, for the average Miami fan who always says, "Oh, but they've got oodles of talent. Look at all the recruiting classes." Well, here's a number for you. You know who's had the same number or close to the same number of draft picks? Pittsburgh, the University of Pittsburgh, which won the ACC. They've had 22 draft picks. 5 of them were first or second day picks. So they're basically recruiting and producing talent at a Pittsburgh type level.
Yeah. And if you've watched and followed the team, that's kind of what's gone on, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying Miami fans like to lie to themselves a lot. Like you and I are more realists. And it's like I got to throw these numbers and these stats out at them to say, no, dude, this is what reality is. This is what your school has been doing.
Yeah, we live off the past. It's the Dolphins have been doing that for a while. Living off the past, and that's unfortunate. That's why I'm hoping that this class is kind of the turnaround. Now, out of the guys that are in that third day, like let's say a Jacoby George or somebody like that, who do you think is going to surprise? And maybe they're going to be better than their third day.
Probably Damian Martinez, the running back.
I love him for the Dolphins, bro. Take him in the 4th round or something. Damn, that would be awesome.
This is a super loaded draft for running backs. And I think he's the kind of guy who gets taken in the 4th or 5th round because there's so many guys that are at that position. And he ends up being like a breakout, like, wow. Especially when it comes to fantasy. I've been doing that for so many years. Like, you're like, you all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute. I remember that guy. Wow, he's leading the team in rushing. Like it's just they come out of nowhere, and I think that's what Damian Martinez is going to be. I think like you said earlier, Jalen Rivers, whether or not he's a late 3rd round or 4th round guy, I think he's an NFL guy who, like you said, because of his versatility. I don't know about the rest of the guys. Like Mawanoa, the linebacker, he's probably going to get drafted because he's been productive in college, but he's not fast and he's not good in coverage.
Right.
Simeon Barrow, really strong defensive lineman, all ACC first team, but small, right? Not a lot of size on him.
And by the way, and going back to Maui Noah, it's a passing league, and it's really tough. Where when there was more running, you could carry a 2-down linebacker.
Right.
Carrying 2-down linebackers in the NFL is really tough. It limits you, man. And if the guy can't cover, it's tough, man. It's tough. So yeah, I agree with Maui Noah. That's going to be a really difficult situation for him.
Borregales, the kicker, might be around for a while. He's a really good kicker, right? A guy. I mean, his brother won the Groza Award. Wasn't able to sort of stick with an NFL team, but I think Andy's got a longer track record. I think NFL teams are going to give him a chance. He'll be a guy that'll go on day 3 probably and be productive for an NFL team.
Yeah. So yeah, Martinez, I think, is one that definitely would be intriguing, and I hope that the Dolphins are the team that take him because they kind of need a big play guy to kind of help out. What are you working on in the athletics so folks can check you out, my friend?
Yeah, well, it is a busy time of year for recruiting because kids are taking official visits soon, and they're taking all these spring visits. So there's a lot of guys that are still uncommitted. I just looked through the list. I think only four of the top 12 in the 2026 recruiting cycle are committed in the state of Florida. So there's a lot of recruiting battles that are going to take place now from April to June, and people will win and lose. And so I'll have an article on that the most intriguing sort of high school recruits that are out there for the 2026 class. We all know these kids decide and basically get paid early, right, before they end up actually on campus. So that'll play out here over the next few months. That'll preview that. And then I'm going to do a mailbag, Miami Hurricanes mailbag, which I was in the middle of answering when I jumped on the show with you. That'll be coming out later this week. People asking me just plenty of questions about what's going on at Green Tree with the team and so forth.
All right, good shit. Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. Catch his work there at The Athletic. Better yet, subscribe. And, of course, come on out here to Caneswear, proud sponsor of this segment, 2655 South University Drive in Davie. Use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off. They got anything and everything practically with a Canes logo on it. Miami Dolphins gear, Miami Heat gear, Miami Marlins, Inter Miami, Fort Lauderdale United coming and everything. They're adding that to it. So adding all of the local pro teams. So check it out. And you can go online at caneswear.com. You'll get free shipping when you order over $99. Jeff is ready to get that shipped out right away. So when you put in that order, they see it and they fill that shipping out right away, and it's off and running and headed to your place. So check it out. Go to caneswear.com. Manny, we will catch up on Friday, my friend. Thank you.
All right, brother. Take care.
Got it.
Welcome to Caneswear.
New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
All right, we are back. By the way, let me see where Bitcoin is at. We've been hovering around 88,000. It's been going up steadily, by the way, ever since it was at 82,000 on March 18th. We are now at 88,000 pretty much. So it's been on a nice steady uphill climb. We'll see if this is a fake pump, because you never know. Tariffs on, tariffs off. Tariffs on, tariffs off. So, it's like wax on, wax off. So maybe big fans of the Karate Kid. By the way, what else do we have? How is the market? Dow is down 38 points. S&P is down about a point. Up a point. And the NASDAQ is barely up. Just nothing. Just a tad. Let's see, what else do we have? Dolphin Dave working jobs now, so going to be late to the show. I will watch later. Thank you, sir. Very kind of you. Appreciate you all out there taking the time. Let me get to our 3A Graphics sports calendar, please. We start off tonight. Warriors visiting the Miami Heat. Warriors are favored by 5. The over and under is 217. Warriors minus 205. Heat plus 170. Tonight, Nova Southeastern University. They're right across the street here. Well, they're not here right now. They're in Evansville, Indiana at the Ford Center. And at 7 o'clock tonight on ESPN Plus, the Elite Eight. Number 8, Assumption University takes on number 1, our Nova Southeastern University Sharks. So check it out. Support the Sharks. They're going for a national title. See if they get it done. Panthers are off until the unnamed team comes to town on Friday. Utah, 7 o'clock is the face-off. That is your 3A Graphics Sports Calendar. Call Alan Blanco if your company, your corporation, your school, your entity needs custom printing and embroidery. Whatever it is you need, hats and shirts or uniforms, whatever, call them 786-618-1443. You can do all of it by email and Zoom and all that kind of stuff, which is what everybody does it by anyways. 786-618-1443, and they'll get it out for you right away. 3A Graphics. They are absolutely fantastic. What else do we have? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me check my Signal, my Telegram, my WhatsApp. Check yours, Sean. See if you're included in any war conversations. No. Unfortunately, no. Oh, wait. Let me check my Zangi. There is Zangi. I signed up to all of them. All of them. I figured maybe I'll get lucky and they'll include me in one of these chats. I would have a lot of fun just being a part of that. Yeah. By the way, let's do a little music, since we always love doing that. And some music news. All right, let's go. Here we go. Let's start off with musicians born on this date, the 25th of March. We start off with Juvenile, American rapper and actor Terry Gray, born in this date in 1975. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays today. Frank Ferrer, rock drummer for Guns N' Roses. How many drummers have they had? They just added a new drummer to Guns N' Roses. They just fired another one. I think Guns N' Roses has had, I want to say, 10 drummers, 9 drummers. See if you can put on Google how many drummers have worked for Guns N' Roses. See if it just answers that, because I don't know how you can find that. Jeff Healey, the late, great Jeff Healey, guitarist, singer, lost his sight to retinoblastoma, a rare cancer, when he was 8 months old, yet still became a guitarist. And if you watch Roadhouse, okay, the movie Roadhouse, the blind guy playing guitar, that's Jeff Healey. Anyways, he died in 2008, born in 1966 on this date. Steve Norman, guitarist and sax for This Much Is True. Who? Spandau Ballet, born in 1960. Yes, sir.
The gentleman who just joined them is now the 7th man to occupy the Guns N' Roses drum set.
7. I know I pulled the Cuban and said 10, but 7's close enough. Okay. Like, you're a drummer, don't buy a home. Like, if you drum for Guns N' Roses, don't buy a home, don't buy a boat, don't get married, don't do anything that's going to tie you down in one city or something, because you're not going to be there very long. Just telling you. It's not a job for people that are going to stick around. Maisie Williams, born in 1951, vocalist for Boney M. 150 million records, Boney M. Okay? It's crazy. Anyway, let's see. Bob Ezrin, Canadian music producer, keyboardist, best known for his work with Lou Reed, Alice Cooper, Kiss, Pink Floyd, Deep Purple, Peter Gabriel, Jane's Addiction, Dr. John, Nils Lofgren, and Fish. Kind of talented. Anyway, born in 1949 on this date. Let's see who else. Elton John, the great Elton John, Reginald Dwight, Sir Elton John, born on this date in 1947. Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, baby, born in 1942. Respect. Find out what it means to me. And that's it. That is musicians born on this date. Let's go with birthdays. Other famous folk celebrating birthdays. Big Sean, the rapper, is 37. Wasn't on that other list. Who else celebrating birthdays today? Sha'Carri Richardson. Just saw her finish third in the 200 just a couple days ago. And the Jamaican girl, Frederica Washington, I think it is, she won, and Gabby Thomas came in second. Sha'Carri did good. She came in third. Sarah Jessica Parker, 60 years old today. See, Danica Patrick is 43. Jadon Sancho, futbolista, is 29. Catherine McPhee Foster, she's 41. That smoke show. Kyle Lowry, that garbage, he's 39. We might see him on Friday when we're at Acura. The garbage truck usually comes by. Ryan Lewis, music producer's 37. Marcia Cross, she's 63. Man, the role she played on Melrose, that crazy bitch role, she was fantastic. I got to tell you, Marcia Cross did an awesome job on Melrose playing the crazy bitch. Got to give her tons of credit. Ali McAlka, TV actress, she is 36. And that is famous people. Sean Stanley, sir. Do you have any wrestlers born on this date?
We do. Small list today. Really, there is. Maria Manic turns 28. Jumbo Saruta was born on this date in 1951. Sadly, we lost him in 2000. And the great Tim White, former referee and buddy for Andre the Giant, was born on this date in 1954. Sadly, we lost him in 2022. Those are your birthdays. March 25th, 2025.
Your buddy, Cain Velasquez, got in trouble. Did you see that? So, former UFC heavyweight champion Cain Velasquez has been sentenced to prison over his role in a 2022 alleged attempted murder. At first, you're going to like, hey, oh, but wait a minute. No, dude, come on. You know, like at first, you're going to kind of be in his corner, and then you can't be in his corner. Right? Am I wrong on this? No, the facts haven't changed. You are with his emotions. You're not with his results. Okay, follow me. Here we go. Velasquez was arrested in February of 2022 for allegedly shooting a man in Morgan Hill, California. The man Velasquez shot was identified as Harry Eugene Golarte. Roughly a week before the incident, Golarte had been charged with one felony count of lewd and lascivious act with a child under the age of 14. Golarte was let out on his own recognizance and was granted supervised release. Golarte hosted a daycare that was run by his mother. Multiple media outlets reported at the time that a family member of Velasquez, one of the alleged victims. Velasquez had been chasing Golarte when the former UFC fighter fired a gun and shot the man's stepfather, who was also in the car. So, like, none of us have any sympathy for anyone that abuses kids. And if you're a family member of someone that you saw abuse one of your kids, I can understand his anger in wanting to literally kill this guy. So I'm kind of with him up to the point of, bro, you shot the wrong dude.
That's where I haven't
didn't
been
know that part?
I haven't been following the story since it first happened. I thought the whole time it was
You shot the rapist.
Yeah. That's why.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
He
Because
shot
I
the
haven't been
dude's
following
stepfather.
it since then. I didn't know that it was not.
So he shot the dude's stepfather that was in the car, and it's like, oh, come on, bro. Like, nobody is ever going to have sympathy that Jeffrey Dahmer died in jail. Nobody's going to have any sympathy that Jeffrey Epstein died in jail. Right? Nobody ever says, oh, yeah, no, poor Dahmer. No, that guy ate people. No. Nobody ever says that about Jeffrey Epstein. No, he, molested kids. He was a child trafficker. And so, everybody was understanding that Cain was a little pissed off, or very pissed off. Cain Velasquez is not a guy you want to piss off. But you got to shoot the right guy at least. So they can say you're insane and you can, only serve 10 years or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what usually happens, right? You kill the murderer or the rapist or whatever, and they say, well, I was in a moment of insanity, and okay, well, you killed a scumbag. We won't put you away for life, but you'll serve a certain amount of time, and then you'll get out. So, but I always love how they end the articles. By the way, the 42-year-old had previously pleaded no contest, said he accepted responsibility for his action, said he was willing to do everything he has to pay back that. His attorneys have asked for time served and probation rather than a prison sentence. And then they always end the article with, Velasquez is a two-time UFC heavyweight champion. He finished his career with a record of 14-3. His last fight was with Francis Ngannou in 2009, February 9th, 2019. So we were with Cain Velasquez up to a point. We kind of understand what you were doing, but bro, you shot the wrong guy. Yeah, there were 3 people. Yeah. It's like the whole drunk driver thing. The drunk driver rams into people. Everybody dies except the drunk driver. The drunk driver walks out. Hey, what's going on? Something happened here? What's on? And then everybody's dead. And he's like, huh? Did I do that? Anyway, let's get to, of course, a little music history we like to do. On March 25th, what happened in music history on March 25th? Well, we traveled to 1967 where Cream and The Who played their first ever U.S. gigs as part of a rock extravaganza in New York City. In 95, singer Eddie Vedder was rescued after being swept 250 feet offshore in New Zealand. He is one crazy son of a bitch that should have died like 8 times already. Seriously. Climbing the scaffolds and just like it's amazing he's still with us. It really is. In 2005, Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne had to flee their English mansion after a fire broke out as they slept. Was Tyreek's kid there? I'm sorry. A smoke detector woke them after grabbing their pets. They ran out of the house. In 89, it was Mike and the Mechanics at number 1 on the charts with their hit, The Living Years. Love that song. In 72, America had the number 1 song in America with, A Horse with No Name. A Horse with No Name. I'm trying to think of the rhythm of it. Anyway, in 67, the Turtles started a 3-week run at the top of the singles charts with So Happy Together. In 2002, Soundgarden singer Chris Cornell walked out of rehearsals for a new project with members of Rage Against the Machine. He would later return and the band would take the name Audioslave. And that's what happened today in Musica history. That's what it's all about, baby. It's all about music history. I've been through the desert with a horse with no name. Right? Yeah, that's it. Yeah, right. That's something like that. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, so just trying to remember the words. Just stupid shit. What else? Jeffrey Dahmer's Bologna has a first name. It's B.O. Caneswear is a great store. They need some Bitcoin hats. Well, I mean, you could get a Bitcoin hat, by the way, on our show website. So we do have Bitcoin shirts and hats. Okay, Frankie, delivered to you. So, you got a Big O Show Bitcoin hat? Come on, Frankie. That's what you got to have, bro. Let's go. I'll make you a deal, Frankie. You buy a hat, I'll send you a hat and a shirt. Go ahead. Go to the thing. There you go. All right. You buy a Bitcoin hat, I'll send you a Bitcoin shirt. 2 for 1. Just because it's you. All right. What else do we have here going on? Oh, yeah. I saw the torn ACL for the poor kid, Juju Watkins. Sucks, dude. Sucks. Good thing is she's young, so she can heal up and hopefully come back and be herself again, which would be really, really cool. Really, really cool. Well, we have breaking news. What's going on? I like it because there really isn't a lot going on.
You're going to be so upset.
Oh.
Marlins third baseman, Connor Norby, already out for 4 weeks with a grade 1 left oblique strain. Welcome to the Major League Baseball season.
Is that really news? Because they're going to suck either way with Norby or without Norby.
I didn't even know Norby was there.
I mean, listen, dude. I bet the under 63. Excuse me. I bet the under 63.5. Okay? So I guarantee you they're going to lose more than 100 games. To me, that's like a layup. I freaking love that. I mean, that's an easy ass bet. The Marlins are going to be so terrible. So the only thing I'm going to check every once in a while is the loss column.
Well, I'm telling you now, this is a big bat they're missing. He batted .255, 2 doubles, a triple, a home run, 6 RBIs in 15 games this spring.
Wow.
And that concludes your Marlins talk on the Big O Show.
There you go. There you go.
Until he wins the bet.
By the way, and that's for all of you. If any of you buy the hat, I'll send you the shirt too. Okay. So there you go. What else do we have going on? I know Jason Tatum also got injured too last night with the ankle sprain. I'm looking forward to tonight just to see if the Heat have any balls, if they have any pride, if they have a spine. Seriously, that's all I want to do, So that to me is about the best thing. What else do we have going on? Wow, Crow is up almost 29% on that news yesterday. That is crazy, dude. That is crazy. Cash out on your Crow. And Bitcoin is still at just under 88,000, 87,761, 720 now. So just hanging around under 88,000. I thought maybe it would pop to 90 yesterday, but at least it has stuck right around the same place and it has not gone down, which is actually a really good thing. It appears the Marlins have, I know they added a ship for fireworks, and it's a sponsorship, is what they did. So they made it they did a deal with NCL, and it's a little NCL boat that has fireworks every time they hit a home run. And that's it. So it's not really going to fire off a lot because they're not going to hit a lot of home runs. Now, I was telling Sean, if they do the visitor also, then then they'll put it to good use, because obviously the opponents will have more home runs than the home team is probably what's going to end up happening. So, that's just something that you've got to, enjoy.
I think the sponsor will request that by like the middle of the season. We haven't fired off that much. Can you just start playing it during the other team just so they can fire it off every once in a while?
Fire it off even when a minor league affiliate hits a home run.
If there's a home run in Major League Baseball that night, all of a sudden
there you go.
You just hear the bang, there's a home run.
Unfortunately, no, because then that would be too much money in fireworks, and they're too cheap for that.
Could you imagine one game they
no, just their minor league affiliates.
Yeah,
There's a home run for the Hammerheads or a home run for whatever it is. I don't even know all their
I don't even know what they have
minor league affiliates anymore. The Erie Pirates, are they still the Erie Sailors? Are they still a part of it? The Portland whatever? I'm going back. Just having fun with it. So they told J.J. McCarthy he's the starter. He's the number one guy for the Vikings. I got to tell you, if I'm a Steelers fan, I am not jacked up about Aaron Rodgers coming. But if I'm a Vikings fan, it's not that I want Aaron Rodgers, but I don't know if I trust J.J. McCarthy and a window that's the part I kind of disagree with Minnesota here. I would have gotten a competent veteran quarterback, and they could easily get one because not Aaron Rodgers, I'm saying anybody else, because they have a team that is Super Bowl ready. All they need is that signal caller, dude. It's weird. I don't know if I would put my trust in J.J. McCarthy. And especially after Jim Harbaugh said, yeah, no, he's like another Ryan Tannehill. Who doesn't want to be Ryan Tannehill? Lots of people. Yes.
I was going to say, do you think it's they're trying to do the Titans when they had the running game and then bring in Ryan Tannehill to be the quarterback to just try to get it through? But I'm looking to fight. Do they have a good enough?
No, they're not. They need a quarterback to put them over the top
because their running game is not.
They got a good. They got a solid running game, but no, they're not.
Running games are going to be what they were anyways.
Yeah, no, they're not Philadelphia.
Yeah.
In other words, they're not Philadelphia that they just need a guy to make a couple of passes. No, they need a quarterback. They need a quarterback. They're not that good, but they're good, man. They're good. And if they have a quarterback, they can challenge. Miami has no shot. They're not a Super Bowl contender by any stretch. You're just hoping to be a playoff participant. You know what I'm saying? And get lucky, maybe win one game or something. But I don't even know if you have that. But these people have it. I don't know. Trusting McCarthy is the way to go. To be quite honest, there aren't a lot of. It's happened in the past. Ben Roethlisberger was a rookie. Tom Brady was a rookie. So you had guys that were young and didn't have a lot of experience, and all they had to do was make a few passes because that's all those guys did that year. But eventually they proved to be great quarterbacks. I don't know, man. First, you know what? I got to tell you something. There's a little bias in me too. Why? I'm not a big J.J. McCarthy guy in the first place. So I don't trust putting it all in his hands. Now, maybe they're right. Hey, listen, man, I wasn't a big Bo Nix guy, and he did a lot better than I expected. Maybe he got lucky and put it all together and he regresses this year or something. I don't know, but he did a heck of a job last year. Much better than I expected. So, doesn't say I'm going to be right. McCarthy easily could be the guy, but if I'm the Vikings, man, that's a big gamble when your window is right there. And as all of you know, that you get a window. And once it expires and it's over, it's done. You got to then reset and reload and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll see. Let's see what else. Twitter. Yeah, I'm sure, Frankie, that people had two off their board because of health issues for sure. And there's a whole bunch of them that had him off the board because they weren't going to get him. He was going to go early anyways. So it didn't really matter. But yeah, for sure, dude. That always happens. When people are coming out with certain injuries, you'll have a group of people that will not have them on their, for baggage or injuries. And I'm sure that probably happened when Tua was coming out. Makes sense. Yeah. Yes, sir.
You ready for these great Miami Marlin affiliates?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. We got New Orleans, don't we?
Well, here's the rookie. The rookie leagues are in Boca Chica, Santo Domingo, and then, of course, Jupiter, Florida.
Okay.
Then they go to single.
That's the Hammerheads, Jupiter.
No, that's single A. The Hammerheads are single A.
Okay.
Because rookie league is a little bit different. So they're, of course, in Jupiter. Then they go to Wisconsin for high A ball. Beloit, Wisconsin. They're the Beloit Sky Carp.
Okay.
All right. Then we go to double A. Pensacola, Florida. The Pensacola Blue Wahoos.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Dougie Fresh is always at the Wahoo games.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's our Wahoo correspondent,
We
actually.
have to get him on this.
Yeah, he hasn't really filled this. By the way, Dougie Fresh, you suck. You haven't really filled this in on the Wahoos in a while. All right, go ahead.
Triple A.
Yes.
We stay in the state of Florida, by the way.
Okay. Oh.
Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp of the International League. There is the only team that leaves is the high A in Wisconsin. Everybody else is here in Florida. So if they need to grab somebody, they get a rental car and they can drive on down the cheap ass team.
Well, they are high, so they're high up. So they're in Wisconsin. Okay.
We're going to name it every bad fish.
I think Sherman has it because he's got a house up there in Wisconsin. And so he goes up and hangs out. And so he has an affiliate to kind of, that's the only reason. I see you, Sherman. I get you. You are a millionaire. You shouldn't be in this game because it's only billionaires should be in this game. Baseball is the only one that attracts poor owners. You notice that? We get Loria and we get Sherman, poor owners. Oakland, poor owner. Desperately needs to cut all kinds of deals in Vegas to make it because, Pittsburgh Pirates, poor owners. Tampa Bay Rays, poor owners. They're the only pro sports league that doesn't have like the billionaires that you're supposed to have for the sport. And they do it all the time. There are just several teams in baseball that have no shot because their ownership groups aren't going to spend money. And we happen to have one. Frankie says he'll be in Pensacola in May. All right. There we go. Well then, yeah, exactly. I agree. I agree. Yeah, Frankie, you're the other correspondent because, our real correspondent, Frankie, slacking. Dougie Fresh, says, oh, no, I'll give you all these panhandle reports and all that. And here we are. We've got a Marlins affiliate and no reports. Dougie Fresh. Tell you. You can tell he's not even watching now. He should be covering the Wahoos. That's what he should be doing right now. What a Wahoo that Dougie Fresh is, huh? What a Wahoo. It's amazing. Anyway, we want to thank Brett and Jeff and all the great people out here at Caneswear for taking care of us as always. Remember, visit them out here at 2655 South University Drive in Davie. Use our code BIG010. You will get 10% off. And If you order online and you order over $99, you will get free shipping. All right, make sure you tell them that Big O sent you when you come on out here, and they'll always take care of you. Great deals are going on right now, 15th anniversary sale, all that kind of stuff. We thank the great Sean Stanley. We thank, of course, Manny Navarro, all of that. We'll see you tomorrow. We'll be at Subaru of Pembroke Pines, 16100 Pines Boulevard, and we will start off at noon there. See you tomorrow. Be good out there.
This is the Big O Show.